side of the neck, looking forward, and then to the other side. One more time to each side, looking over the right shoulder, chin over the shoulder, but the rest of your torso continues to face forward. Go through the center position, keep your chin level, and then continue over to your left side, chin over the shoulder. Facing forward, let's do the head tilt, ear to the shoulder. You're facing forward, looking forward, torso forward, everything is forward, your head is just tipped to the side. Holding it right here, I'm going to have you look down at your shoulder. Slowly, feel how this feels as you're going through a different area, stretching the neck, looking down at the shoulder, and then back up, just looking straight ahead. Bring the head up to center, and let's take it down to the other side. Ear to the shoulder, now on the left. Head is tilted to the side. Holding that stretch, and very slowly turn your head so that you're looking at your shoulder. And then rotate back, looking forward, head still tilted, and then upright. Great job. Let's grab a set of light weights. I'm going to go ahead and start with 3s, and I may adjust as we go on. So remember that I talked a little bit about using pillows for support, and that's where we're going to start today. So there's a couple of options. We're going to do one arm at a time. So you can support yourself with your forearm on your thighs like this as we work and go through various exercises just using this one arm and shoulder. But if you tire easily that way, go ahead and grab your throw pillows, optional, 1 or 2, and use those to lean on. You can still place your arm, I have my arm underneath the pillows, and I'm leaning here on my upper thighs, but it helps to give my upper back some additional support so that I'm not using or straining the muscles of my back. So you want to hinge forward with a flat back, hinging from the hips. You're at approximately a 45-degree angle, taking the weight that you have chosen, and it's a light weight, bending forward right here. Allow that weight to just reach down along the side of your legs, and you're going to pull it up under your armpit. So reach down and pull up. Keep your upper body stationary as you do these pull-ups right here. Pull up and down, pull up and down. You can modify this exercise by using a shorter range of motion and just pulling up maybe to knee height. Or here's all the way, and the elbow goes up nice and high, and then you release. Control the weight on the lift and the lower, lift and lower, lift and lower. 2 more. There it is. And now we're going to lift forward. So right here, with a lengthened arm, but not a locked elbow. So reaching forward, lengthened spine, relax your neck, and keep your breathing at a natural rate and rhythm. Hold the weight lightly, just so you don't drop it, but don't squeeze. We have 3 more to do right here, lifting up to the front, and 2 more. Here's the last one, same lift, but out to the side. So a lateral arm raised to the side. Shoulder height is the goal, but you adapt that range of motion to your own circumstances this morning. So maybe you're just right here beginning to add strength to your shoulders. Wherever you are, it's okay. 4 more lateral side raises in the inclined position. 2 more. And the last one. Now to the back. So just lifting behind you. Keeping that weight moving along the side of the chair. And again, adapt your range of motion to how you feel this morning about the mobility of your shoulder joint. So with those 3 exercises, we have worked all 3 heads of the shoulder muscle. The front, the middle, and the rear. Just 2 more. And here's the last one. And we're going to go ahead and switch sides and do those 4 exercises on the other side. So get your position with your forearm across your knees, using the throw pillow if that's more comfortable for you, one side at a time. And the first one is the pull up into the armpit. And I'm going to go ahead and keep my palm facing inward this morning, pulling it up right here. Remember to modify the range of motion according to how your shoulder feels today. And we're just doing 8 in each direction, if I don't lose count. And 4 more, right here. Controlling the weight on the lift and the lower. 3 more. 2 more. Here's the last one, and then we're going to do 8 to the front, palms facing down, lifting right here and back down. One of the reasons why it's important to control the lowering of this movement is because if you let it come down at its own pace, you might bang the weight into your shin bone. Nobody wants that. 4 more. Lift and lower. 3 more. Keep that spine lengthened. 2 more. Last one. Lateral side raises, lifting right here. The goal is only shoulder height, not any higher. Remember to keep the elbows soft so you're not adding any additional stress on that joint. And 4 more. Three more. 2. And here's the last one. And then keeping the palm facing inward, let's just take that weight right behind you, sliding it along parallel to the chair, just lifting as high as is comfortable for you. Don't bang it into the chair like I just did. 4 more. And 3 more. 2 more. Last one. Now grab your other weight. We're going to press ourselves back up into the upright seated position. Readjust in your chair. Remember to keep your torso upright, your hips facing forward, knees facing front, and bent at 90 degrees, feet flat on the floor, toes facing forward. We're going to do that same set of 4 exercises now in the upright position. So if you want to get lighter weights right now, because maybe you were already felt enough tension through that series, go ahead and grab lighter weights. So we're going to start with we're going to do, we're going to do both together instead of one arm and then the other since we are upright. So we can do both arms simultaneously. And the first exercise was a pull up into the armpit right here. So the weight, your palms face in towards your body and you're pulling those weights right up into the armpit. That's the goal. Modified range of motion is just pull up to the waist. Okay. Wherever you're comfortable with this pull up. 4 more. And 3 more. 2 more. Last one. Palms down. Weights are still right down here by your side, lifting forward and back down by your side. Lift and down. Remember, the goal is only shoulder height and down. But here is good. Four more. Two more. And here's the last one. Now to the side, turn the weight so the palms are facing inward and just lift to the side and lower. Lift and lower. Keeping that torso straight and strong, nice and tall. Diaphragm is lifted. Make sure you're not tensing your shoulders and neck through this series. 2 more. Last one. And then keeping the weights facing your body or palms facing in, lifting to the rear. Lifting. We're doing 8 in each direction. We have 4 more right here. 3 more. 2 more. Last one. All right. Great job. Grab some water. I have a new series to show you. Grab a little water real quick. Using just one weight, we're going to hold it with both hands. Or remember, it's okay to go with no weights. You might want to choose lighter for this new exercise series. We're going to be working circles. So we're increasing the range of motion and kind of testing how the shoulder joint feels with a different direction of movement. So what I want you to do with soft arms, so your elbows are bent right here, not in tight by your body, but holding the weight in front at chest height with both hands. I want you to just draw circles, small circles. We're going to go in one direction for 4 and then reverse that direction for 4. So the only thing that should move is your arms. The rest of your torso is stationary, reverse direction. Feel this in the shoulders and in your upper back. 1 more. Now I want you to take the weight a little bit higher. Can you hold it right out in front of your face? And let's do that same movement. 4 in one direction, keeping it a small circle. And then 4 in the other direction. And I'm reversing right here for 4. And 3, 2, and last one. And the final challenge, this is the most difficult. And if you're not comfortable with this range of motion, stay with one of the first 2 levels with the circles. But this one goes around your head. So starting in front, reach like you're drawing a hat around your head. Let's do 4 in one direction and 4 in the other. Drawing around your head. And now we're going to reverse the direction. See how that feels? We're challenging the range of motion as well as the amount of tension our shoulders can handle as they go through that range of motion. And that's it right there. So you can relax, place your weights down, get a drink if you need to. We're going to grab the weights for one more shoulder exercise, light weights, and that's the pull-ups under the chin. So with the weights right down here in front of you at hip level, and you can use one weight for this if you want to and hold it with both hands, or as I'm doing, I have the 2 weights and I just hold them butted end to end, and I'm going to pull up under my chin. So you can adjust the range of motion to lifting to waist height, lifting to chest height, or all the way up under the chin if you can do that, and keeping your elbows going up nice and high and down. So let's lift and lower. We're just doing 8. Lift and lower slowly. Lift it up and lower. Lift and lower. Nice, strong, upright posture. 4 more. And 3. 2 more. And here's the last one. All right. Let's do a little bit of back work. We're going to start with our good mornings. What we're going to do here is hinge forward, pivoting from the hips, bow forward and back. So here's the option with weights. You can place them on your legs right here and use your hands for support, pressing up through the back as you move with this exercise. Place them here on the hips if you feel that your back can support this movement right here. Or the most challenging position is with weights on the shoulders. This really adds tension to the lower back and mid back as you return to the upright position. And if you're doing this correctly, you're going to feel your hips, your gluteal muscles, you're going to feel that squeeze as you initiate the return to the upright seated position. So it starts right here. Feel that squeeze in the buttocks, and then the lower back and mid back coming up into this position. Just 2 more right here. Squeeze, lift, and return. Last one. Squeeze, lift, and return. Let's do our seated deadlifts, placing the weights on the floor by your feet. We're going to activate the muscles in our glutes, our low back, and mid back by holding on to the weights, starting here, lift and return. All right, so let's do a set of 8 of those. Just bring it up. Lift and return. Lift, strong, and return slowly. Lift and return. Lift and return. 4 more. Lift and return. 3 more. 2 more. Last one. Right here, straight and strong. Nice job. We have to do some biceps work and triceps this morning. So let's start with that. If you need heavier weights to work your biceps, which are typically stronger muscles, you can go up in poundage, in weight for your weights. I'm using 3s this morning, and I really haven't swapped them out. So I'm just gonna go ahead and stick with that. We're gonna do our biceps curls, and we're gonna do the counting that I usually do. So we're going to lift on 1 and lower 1, 2, 3. So we have our elbows tight by our sides, focusing on the fact that we are only moving our forearms. We go from hip height to shoulder height on 1 and then lower for 3 counts. Lift and lower 1, 2, 3. Right here. Lift, lower 1, 2, 3. Bring them up, lower 1, 2, 3. 4 more. Lift, lower 1, 2, 3. Bring it up and lower 1, 2, 3. 2 more. Lift and lower 1, 2, 3. Last one. Lift and lower 1, 2, 3. Up for 2 and down for 2. Try and keep this movement smooth and don't rest at either the top of the movement or the bottom of the movement like I'm doing now, resting. So up for 2. Continuous movement, down for 2. Keep it going. Up for 2, down for 2, and lift for 2, and down. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Nice job. I see some of you moving. Great. 2 more. Lift, keep it smooth. Don't stop in between. Last time, right here, and lower. Lift for 3 and lower on 1. And down. Lift. 1, 2, 3, and down. Lift. 1, 2, 3, and down. Lift. 1, 2, 3, and lower. Bring it up. Keep your upper arm tight by your side. I think of it as elbows at your waist. Lift. 2 more. Last one. Nice job. Let's turn your weights so that your palms are facing inward. And let's do a set of 8 biceps curls at the low level, which is hip to waist, right here. So it's a small movement, hip to waist. These are called hammer curls. So your palms face inward as you grip your weights, right here. 4 more. 3. 2 more. Last one coming up right here. Hold it right here. And let's do 8 at the top of the movement. Continuing with the same hold. Palms are inward. Make sure your hands are loose. Wiggle your fingers if you have to remind yourself not to grip those weights too hard. So from the mid position at waist height to the shoulders and return. Right here and back. 4 more. And 3. 2 more. Last one. Take the weights all the way down by your side. And let's do alternating overhead presses. So starting with the weights at shoulder height, palms inward. We're going to lift one arm up, return to the shoulder, and then opposite arm up and return. And remember to keep the weights just slightly in front of your body. So within your peripheral vision. You're lifting right here, slightly in front. It gives you more control right here. And not all the way so that your elbow locks. I think of it as a lengthened arm, but not all the way straight, if that makes sense. Lift and return. Watch your posture. Check your breathing. 4 more, left and right. And 3 more. Smooth and controlled movements. 2 more. And last one. Let's do the compound movement of Arnold presses, where we start with the weights down by our hips, palms facing forward, biceps curl to the shoulder, press overhead, return to the shoulder and down by the waist. So there is a natural and fluid movement of the positioning of the weights as you do this, because you're starting with the palms facing forward. Curl up to the shoulders, and from here, when you press overhead, the weights turn so that your palms are facing inward, and then return to the palms facing forward position. Kind of happens almost without thinking about it. And it's not the end of the world if you don't return your palms to facing forward at this point. If you continue with the hammer curl position, which is palms inward, that's okay too. Whatever is comfortable for you, so you can complete the exercise, or keep it within the range of motion that's comfortable for you. A slight overhead press is great just as well. Here, press, down and back. 2 more. Keep that movement smooth if you can. Control it. Continuous movement. Last one. And release. Great job. Let's do a little bit of hip work. I have one foot seems to have fallen asleep. Sorry about that. I'm going to grab some water and hope that it wakes up. All right, let's start with our very small leg extensions, which is a heel tap forward. And I'm using my weights, resting them on my thighs just above my knees to give me a little bit of extra tension in my quadriceps. Heel tap right and left. We're just doing 8. Heel tap right and left. Heel tap. So that's just extending the leg, unbending the knee, if you will, so that my foot reaches just out in front of me and my toes are facing upward toward the ceiling as I do this very little reach. And we're just starting with a small range of motion, but we will gradually extend it as our second exercise is a fuller leg extension, to which you choose the range of motion that works for you. And it looks like this. It's just extending the leg out, unbending the knee from the 90-degree angle all the way out to straight, and then return. And we're going to alternate right and left. Alternate right and left. Keep that movement smooth and controlled. Make sure your back is upright, straight and tall. Lengthen through the spine. Alternating right and left. 4 more each side. And 3, 2, and last one. Now let's work a little bit of inner and outer thigh. So we want to extend the leg just enough so that your foot clears the floor. If you want to do it from a fully extended position and open and return with your leg, you can go ahead and do that, but it doesn't need to be that high if you don't have that range of motion. As long as your foot clears the floor so that you can swing it to the right and the left. And by swing, I mean it's a controlled movement, opening and closing. And as you open, you're working the outer thigh, bringing it back in. You're going to feel the tension in the inner thigh. Open and return. 4 more. And 3. 2 more. Last one. Let's do the other leg. So return this one to the floor so you have a nice firm foundation. Extending the other leg to whatever position is comfortable for you. And open side and return. Open and return. We're just doing 8. And we're sitting up nice and tall. Check your breathing. Relax your shoulders, head and neck. 4 more. 2 more. Open and return. And here's the last one. And return. Leg back down. Great job. I'd like to do a little bit of twisting. Can we do a little upper body twisting with the weights? Ooh, that's interesting, right? So holding the weights right in front of you, wherever you're comfortable, we're just going to swivel around to the side, call it a spiral, call it a twist. The added tension that the weights provide is going to work a little bit more of those oblique muscles around the waist. Back to the center. Swivel and twist to the other side. And back. Can we do 8, right and left? Here we go. And back. And 7. And 6. 5. And 4. 3 more. And 2. Here's the last set. Right and left. Weights at your hips. Let's do a little bit of a tilt to the side. So leaning over to one side and return. We're going to do one side and then the other. So 8 to the right, tilt and return. The weights are giving you a little bit of extra tension, making this just a slightly tougher exercise, and focus on keeping your hips firmly planted in the chair. Tilt and return. Lean to the side. Make sure you're facing forward, not twisting for this one. And lean and return. 4 more. Tilt and return. And 3. 2 more. Last one to the right. And let's do 8 to the left. Plant those feet, seat the hips, and tilt and return. Four more. And 3. 2 more. Last one. And return. One more for you. When we do the core work on Mondays, we often take the ball or just our arms and we reach out to the side and we swing around with our upper body and we pull back in and we go to the other side and we pull it back in. I want you to do that movement, but we're not going to reach out with the weights. We're going to hold the weights at our waist as we just lean with the upper body out to the side, swinging around forward and back in. And then reverse direction, out to the side, swing around forward and in. We're just doing 4 to the right and the left. So we have 3 more. Right, pivot around and return. Reverse direction, pivot around and return. And out, pivot around and return. And just 1 more to the right and the left. All right, you can go ahead and put the weights down. We're going to do a little bit of stretching. I'm going to have some water. All right, let's reach up nice and tall, stretch long through your back. Feel those long muscles of your spine lengthening, stretching. Lift your diaphragm. Feel that space along the waist. And release nice and slowly. Bring the arms down. Give yourselves a hug, crossing one arm over top of the other. We're giving a good stretch through the upper back, mid-back, and shoulders. Feel those shoulder blades as they slide apart from the spine. Just hold on here wherever you can stretch and release. And we're going to do it again. Give yourselves a hug, but cross the other arm over this time. Cross it over and just hold wherever you can hold, whether it's the upper arm, the shoulders, or whether your arms move around toward your back. Just go ahead and hold that stretch right there. And release. Reach back beyond the midpoint of the body. Just keep going with the back of the hands, reaching backward, palms face forward, and return. Let's take the hands out forward with the palms up, and I want you to just rotate down and up. I have my fingers spread nice and wide. Rotate down and up. Rotate. 2 more. Rotate. Up and rotate. Up. Open side. Thumbs up, pinkies down, and rotate. Thumbs forward and up. Thumbs forward and up. Forward and up. Forward and up. Can you rotate further so thumbs go down and the back of the hand faces forward and then up? Rotate down and up, down and up, down and up. Release. So remember those head circles that we did with the weights? I want you to do, we're going to alternate like one arm around and the other arm around, like you're brushing your hair maybe. Around and down, around and down. I want you to release the tension that you built up doing this exercise with the weight. So we're just taking a nice release here. Last time, right and left. Good. Arms up. Let's do our alphabet. Y. Making the letter Y with your body, thumbs facing the back, press your arms back behind the midpoint of the body. So the goal is to reach the upper arms back behind the ears. Thumbs pointing toward that back wall or pointing behind you if you don't have a wall there. This is the Y. And then Elbows down, we're gonna make the letter W. Elbows down and back, palms facing forward. Again, pressing the arms back behind the midpoint of the body. Nice and tall, stretching long. This is an exercise that works on our posture. And the letter T, pinkies toward the back, thumbs forward, and press the pinkies back. Press the arms back behind the midpoint of the body, feeling those shoulder blades slide together in the back. And finally, the L with both arms, elbows in at the waist, upper arm, palms up, thumbs toward the back, pressing the forearms back behind the midpoint of the body. And release, hands down. Press the palms back behind you right here. Feel a different type of squeeze in your upper back with the shoulder blades coming together. Feel that, how different it is. And release. And join me for a little bit of breath work, and then I'll share my final closing slides. So sitting in the chair comfortably, begin to bring your focus inward on your breathing. Notice the rise and fall of your rib cage and your chest as your lungs inflate and release the air. Notice the normal rate and rhythm of your breathing, the pace at which your body draws in air and exhales. And if your body prompts you to take a deep breath and sigh, go ahead and do that at any time. Otherwise, just allow your breathing to find its normal, comfortable pace. And with your next inhale, I want you to imagine in your mind that the air you take in is a beautiful, warm, inviting pink color. It's whatever pink you like, might be like the color of my throw pillow here, or a brighter pink or a baby pink, whatever you like. But imagine that beautiful pink. It's comforting, it's soothing. That color makes us think of joy and happiness, birthday candles, pink flowers, roses, rose petals, scented candles, all things pink. So I just want you to imagine that with your intake of air, you're bringing in all those good positive feelings, whatever is positive in your mind, draw that in and then release the gray, dark, cloudy, dreary, cold, negative thoughts and feelings, worries, fears, deadlines, due lists. Just let go of that for right now and take this time for yourself to congratulate yourself for showing up and enjoying this class with me and all of our community that comes to Morning Fitness. Give yourselves some credit for that. Give yourselves a hand, maybe a little pat on the back. Yay, you did it. Good job. We had some additional challenging exercises this morning, and you hung in there and you gave it a good try. So let's take some good thoughts with us for today. I am able to focus on what is really important in my life and allow myself to let go of the extra, unimportant. Maybe I begin to learn to say no to requests that are not in alignment with my own personal goals. Things that are truly important to me, like my family, my friends. I open new doors to life with every class I take here on Get Set Up, whether it's fitness, dance, yoga, art, or any of the many technology classes that are available, and cooking, so many cooking and recipe classes that are just amazing. I open new doors. I'm willing to learn and grow, and that is what keeps us young. Today, I release the need to determine how I believe things should be in my life, in my home, with my friends and family, in my immediate surroundings. I release that need. I also release the need to determine how things should be with my own body. I let go of that. I should be able to lift this weight. I should be able to do this exercise class and not use modifications. I release all of that and allow myself to just be. And finally, today, please take this with you. My mind is at peace. Thank you all for joining me. Please stay as I share my closing thank you screens. Once again, thank you for joining my class today. I hope you agree with me that starting the day with a fitness class is the absolute best way to get started, and that some activity, movement, or weight training helps both our bodies and our minds to feel better all through the day. Remember that the best way you can thank myself and any of the guides here on Get Set Up is by sharing your experience with family, friends, and community. And also, if you're active on social media, share using the hashtag #GetSetUp or the @GetSetUp. And if you're not on social media, that's okay. You can email Liz directly and send her your pictures or your thoughts and feelings about this class and others that you take at Get Set Up. Look for other related classes that will get you moving throughout the day, like Ageless Grace or the many line dancing classes that Shirley teaches. Remember that dancing helps to activate not just the body with fun movement and music, but also the mind. And studies are showing that dancing specifically helps to prevent dementia as we get older. And then there's fabulous yoga classes with numerous instructors. And my next class is the combo class tomorrow. That's a little bit of everything. We do a little cardio, a little bit of weights, and we do it in a circuit training format. So rather than counting, I use a timer and we do 1 minute of this and 1 minute of that, and it's a lot of fun. Be on the lookout for the email that you'll receive that will contain some key takeaways from today's class, as well as highlight some other classes you might be interested in. And there will be a link where you can provide feedback about this class and others. You can invite a friend, refer your friends by using this link on the Get Set Up website. Look for the link that says invite a friend and you can click on that. And then you get another tab where you are able to add your friend's email address and then click the orange tab to send. Here's the important email to remember. It's help@getsetup.io. And you want to remember that email address. You can use that to let anyone at Get Set Up know that you're interested in hosting an interest group. Share your ideas for a new class that we currently aren't teaching. And tell us about an organization in your community that you would like us to get involved with. We partner with various assisted care, senior living, government, and community organizations, and would love to hear about the organizations in your community. And finally, you can request a session recording by using this email. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. I hope you loved the class, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Have a great day.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye.
Thank you.